It was a stormy night in the hills of Himachal Pradesh, and Kuldeep, a truck driver, was making his usual late-night haul along a long, winding road. The rain hit his windshield in sheets, the wipers struggling to keep up with the downpour. The road was empty. No cars, no lights, just the sound of the rain and the wind. As Kuldeep drove deeper into the mountains, he saw a figure standing by the roadside. A woman, drenched to the bone, holding her hand up as if begging for a ride. Kuldeep was taken aback. It was late, and this stretch of road was known for being treacherous, but something about her appearance, the way she stood still in the rain, desperate, pulled at his conscience. Against his better judgment, he slowed the truck and rolled down the window. "Where are you headed?" he asked, his voice loud against the howling wind. "Just up the road," the woman replied softly. Without much hesitation, Kuldeep unlocked the passenger door and let her in. She climbed in without a word, her face pale, her eyes hollow, as if she hadn't seen sunlight in ages. He tried to strike up a conversation, but she only pointed ahead when asked where she was going. The silence between them was unsettling. Her wet clothes clung to her skin, and the smell of dampness and decay filled the truck. Kuldeep felt a chill, though the heater was running full blast. He tried to shake it off, focusing on the road. Minutes passed, and the rain only got worse. Every so often, Kuldeep glanced at the rearview mirror to see her sitting there, staring ahead. But then something strange happened. He looked in the mirror again, and she wasn't there. The seat was empty, the door was still shut, but there was no sign of her. The truck swerved as Kuldeep slammed on the brakes, his heart racing. He quickly pulled over, terrified, and got out of the truck. "Where is she?" he muttered to himself. He checked the area around the truck. No sign of anyone, not even footprints in the wet dirt. He felt his breath catch in his throat. He was sure she'd been sitting there moments before. He looked around, the storm swirling around him, but there was no trace of her. Panicked, Kuldeep started driving again, his hands trembling on the wheel. He stopped at a nearby dhaba for a moment of rest and tried to calm himself. The locals, who had been quietly sipping their chai, noticed his distressed state and asked what had happened. "Did you see her?" one of them asked. Kuldeep was confused. "What do you mean?" "The woman you picked up, she's been dead for years. People say her ghost haunts the road, waiting for someone to stop and give her a ride. They say she died in an accident here, and now she can never find peace." Kuldeep couldn't speak. He realized then that the woman he had picked up wasn't just a stranger on a rainy night. She was a legend, an apparition that still roamed the road, seeking the help of anyone who dared to stop. To this day, Kuldeep swears that when he looks back at the road, he can sometimes see a shadowy figure standing at the edge, waiting for the next traveler to come by to help her find her way. Sometimes the things we think are just stories or figments of our imagination turn out to be very real, and when you least expect it, you might just become part of one. So, the next time you're driving down a quiet rain-soaked road, be careful. You might not be alone.